Hey guys, this is Sarah. I have to let my dogs inside, so I'm going to be right back. Wait, actually, I have to jump out and jump back in because I want to start over with recording. So I will be right back. Hey everybody, this is Sarah Bailey, and I welcome you to today's call for our Smart Lady Marketers group. And we are part of the bigger group, which is LMV, which is Local Marketing Vault, and the Smart Marketers group with Jason and James. So our group is a little offshoot of that. I don't work for James and Jason. This is just a group that I put together so that women have a place to go to who are they're female entrepreneurs, and we tend to struggle with some things that are different than men do. So even though we're in the age of 2019, we still have a lot of traditional roles, which is totally fine, but now a lot of us want to also be entrepreneurs. So we face some challenges that other people may not face, like having to deal with kids who we love dearly, but having to work around schedules where we might even be taking kids on appointments with us, which is hilarious, but that's just the way life is. It's 2019, it's the way it goes. Maybe we're having other household things that we're doing, running a family, running a house, and also being an entrepreneur. So if you follow the Bible at all, it's a Proverbs 31 woman who does everything. She's an entrepreneur, she's a homemaker, she's a wife, she's a mom, she does everything, and she makes it work without complaining. And I want to help you guys. It's my passion to help you build the confidence you need and have the passion and the drive to really go after your dreams, and yet still find balance with your family, with your life, with everything else you have going on, and knowing that you can tap into that potential. You maybe don't even know the potential you have, but I can promise you, you have way more potential than you think you do. You're way more capable than you think you are of doing the things you want to do. So part of running a business at home, it means that you have dogs. So you're going to hear my dogs in the background like that. Maybe we're getting into life. I don't even know. So it's the way it goes. Sorry. See? Anyway, you have more potential than you think you do. You have more value than you think you do. And there are people out there who are waiting for you to get past your fears, get past your anxieties, so that you can go out and do what you're called to do. Okay, you might be called to serve in a small community. You might be called to serve small business owners, which is why we're all in the vault, right? To help small businesses get the leads they want, the website developed, to get more customers so that they can flourish. So when we hold ourselves back and we say, I don't have the confidence I need to go forward, and you get small and you go inside you, like you're not only are you holding yourself back from being blessed by using the gifts you have, but you're also holding other people back who could be served by the gifts you have. That's really heavy. Okay, there may be people who you are called to serve, whether they're small business owners in your local community, they're national, they're international, whatever it is. There may be people out there who are waiting for your call and for your input and advice. You may think you don't have a lot of advice to give, but I can promise you, you have a lot to offer people. Not only do you have your own unique skill set, but you have you have the whole vault to lean back on. The whole Smart Marketers group, which is now more than 3,400 people, to back you up. You have the ladies group, the Smart Lady Marketers group. And I want you and encourage you to bring people into this group, our small group. Other women you see who are in Smart Marketers who you think can benefit from our group, please bring them in. Okay, we are here to build each other up, to help you develop the skill set you need, the mindset you need, the habits you need to move forward in business so that you can tap into that potential you have, tap into your gifts and talents, because there are people out there, I don't know where they are, but they are waiting for you to get past the junk you have in your brain so that you can live in your talents and your gifts, things that you have that you can uniquely serve that group of people, okay? Your background, whether your background is in business, it's in art, it's in being a mom, it's going to school, it's physical therapy, like whatever it is, your background, your health issues you've dealt with in the past, your family relationships, the marriages you might have had, one or more or zero, like all of that together creates you to be where you are now, to serve a certain group of people that nobody else can serve. Okay, so what I want to talk about today it's a part one in a series of at least a three-part series in building confidence so that you can go out and sell, so you can build your LMV business, and so that you can move forward in the things you want to do. So I'm really excited for that. So this is going to be the foundation. This call is probably going to be shorter than our other calls. It may only be like 30 minutes long, but there are a few things that I just want to get across to you to plant in your head so that you can just at least get a foundation for what is coming up in the coming weeks. So hope to have at least one or two guest speakers as well. So I'm going to share my screen and talk to you about a couple things before I show you the video. So building confidence in selling. This is part one of 3 at least. And what we're going to talk about today are skills, mindset, and habits. These are 3 basic things that you need in order to sell confidently. You need to have the skill set, you need to have the mindset, and you need to have the habits. If you have 2 of the 3, you're not going to have success. Okay, you can have all the skills and all the mindset, like to be a powerful seller, a powerful business builder. But if you don't have that good habits, then it's not going to matter what you know or what skills you've developed, because you're in really poor habits and you're lazy and you keep pushing it to the side. You keep saying tomorrow, I'll sell tomorrow, I'll sell tomorrow. So with your skill set, there are lots of ways to hone your skills. Okay, and I only put a few of them. Oh, you know what I did not do is I did not share my screen. So let me go back and share my screen. So sorry. Okay. So building confidence in selling. The 3 keys to building confidence are going to be right here with sales, mindset, and habits. Like I said, you could have 1 of them or 2 of them, but if you don't have all 3, you're not going to get the success you want. Okay. Probably the biggest one of all is going to be mindset. And throughout the course of all the weekly calls that we do, mindset is what we'll talk about the most, because this is where most people, especially women, get hung up, is with their mindset and feeling less than, and that I don't know if I could do this and all that. Okay. So your skills. This is just a brief overview of some of the ways you can develop your skills for building confidence. Okay. We'll talk more about this in upcoming weeks, but a basic foundation to improve your sales skills really is going to be out there and just doing it. Your first few calls that you go on, you're not going to be as good as you will be after 10 calls or after 20 calls or 50 calls or 100. Excuse me. Some of this is just going to come with experience. And you're just going to have to get out there and do it. But your mindset that you develop is going to be what's going to help you to get there. So sales skills, we have training in the Vault, the local marketing Vault training on the LMV website. In the Getting Clients section, there's training that you're going to get on how to talk to clients, what to say to them, how to close them, all of that. You're going to develop your skills. That whole website with all the funnels that are there, those are all ways that you can improve your sales skills. Another thing you can do is go to conferences. So we have LMV Live coming up at the end of March 22nd, 23rd, 24th. You'll be able to sharpen your skills there from all the things you're going to learn there. I don't know if any of you are going to go to the ClickFunnels event at the end of February. It's coming up in just 2 weeks from today, the week of February 19th. And you'll learn a ton of stuff there about sharpening your tech skills, okay? Then there are other conferences throughout the year you can go to. It's a great way to get away, to network with other entrepreneurs, sharpen your skills, and learn. You have to constantly being in learning mode. Actually, take your car and make it a mobile university. So when you go to appointments or you're out and about, instead of listening to music or the news or whatever might be on your radio, turn it into a university where you're listening to books on tape. Maybe lots of times when I'm driving around, I'll have YouTube personal development videos on or sales strategy videos on. And I'm not watching videos while I'm driving, but I'll just turn it on so I can listen to it. My phone plan has unlimited data, so I can have on as much stuff as I want. And even if I have a 5-minute drive, I get a little blip of something that I'm learning from YouTube or an audiobook, something like that. Okay, a lot of the books that I read that I've listed here, I also have on Audible, so I can listen to them. Sometimes I'll even listen to books on tape at night when I'm sleeping. I'll just stick headphones in my ears, learn by osmosis. I figure it's better than better than nothing at all. So sometimes I'll even do that and put it on quietly and just listen to it for a couple hours while I sleep. So what other books? So Introvert's Edge is a book I've mentioned in the past by Matthew Pollard. It's really great. So even if you're an extrovert, The Introvert's Edge is a great book. In fact, in that book, there are 7 steps in the selling process that the author talks about. And I made it into a summary sheet, a 2-page summary that I've put into our group in the Smart Lady Marketers group. In the files section, you'll find some resources, and the 7 steps of selling, 7 steps to selling is in that file section, so you can find it there. Okay. Another great book is called The Conversion Code. If you're going to be doing internet marketing on the tech side, then sections 1 and 2 are really good for you. If you're going to be focused just on sales, then you're going to want to start with section 3 of that book. And it is an exceptional book. I'm the type of person who has to pick up a book and read it from beginning to end. I don't like to start in the middle. I hate that. But with this book, I want you to do it. Start with section 3. Okay. A couple other books, The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. That one came highly recommended by my business partner, Dave Stowers. I have not read it yet, but I've picked it up. And then The Way of the Wolf, that's Jordan Belfort's book. He's a guy who started the sales process called Straight Line Persuasion. If you are a VIP member in LMV, then you have access to Straight Line Persuasion, at least part of Jordan's course. And for those of you going to the LMV live event, Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, is actually going to be there speaking. He's going to be a keynote speaker. Like him or not, or if you have issues with his background, with what happened to him on Wall Street, whatever, he says he's reformed now and he's learned a lot, but whether you like his background or not, he knows how to sell. He knows how to talk to people. He knows how to get the sale, and you can learn from him. So I'm reading that book right now too, and I want to get that done before I go to the event. So I will be at LMV Live. Love to meet you guys in 3D instead of just on video, or instead of just through the group. Would love to meet you all in 3D. That would be great. So I will be there. My business partner, Dave Stowers, will be there too, and we'd love to meet you. Okay, other ways to develop your skills. If you're going to be doing the tech side of business, you're going to want to learn and master ClickFunnels. So get to the ClickFunnels event. It's already sold out, so I don't know if you have a ticket for it, but you could probably find a ticket somewhere to get to the ClickFunnels event, February 19th through the 23rd in Nashville. For tech, you want to build up your knowledge in SEO and doing Facebook ads, Google PPC, website design. Some of that you're going to learn already in LMV, but others you would have to learn outside of that. If you want more resources on that, I can help you with where to go with that. Email marketing, social media management, YouTube and Instagram marketing. There's so many different things you could learn with tech. And James and Jason do a pretty good job of teaching you the basics of tech using ClickFunnels and Zapier and Howdy and Testimonial Agent. Like, even Testimonial Agent isn't that techy, but those things it's a great start. Okay, there's a lot to learn, but you have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. If you decide you don't want to do tech, then partner with somebody who does tech. Like Dave and I, we have a whole production team. We have partnered with over 20 people in the vault already who are using our white label services for tech. So don't let tech hold you back. It doesn't have to be us as partners. Find other people in the Smart Marketers group who you might want to partner up with. Okay, but focus on your, I'm going to come back for a second. Okay. Focus on your strengths where they are. Don't get held back by where you have not developed your skills. Okay. if you want, for most people, doing the sales part is easier. Just talking to somebody and then passing over the tech to somebody else. Okay, it's what I ended up doing. And at first, I went kicking and screaming into partnership. This is not a video call today about getting you to partner up with me or anybody else. It's not that. But one point I want to make is that when I was debating whether or not to partner, I wanted to do tech because I liked it, but I was better at sales. It was just taking me a long time to get everything put together, and also to be able to confidently go to a client and say, yeah, I can provide results, when I didn't know if I could because I hadn't developed that skill set yet. So when I partnered up with somebody, I realized I'd rather, and I don't want to revenue share either, but when I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather partner share or revenue share with a partner or a team of people where I split revenue on 100 clients rather than just try to do it on my own with 5, right? So even though you're sharing the revenue, you can get to way more clients, way more projects by partnering up. Look at the leaders of our company, James and Jason, they're partners, okay? So of course they promote partnerships. So go where you're strongest. If you're strongest in tech, then find somebody good in sales and partner up with them. Do what you're good at, hone those skills, focus on them, and you'll be able to grow your business faster, and you'll grow it more confidently because you're partnered with somebody who knows what they're doing, okay? Then you could lean on their experience and say, you know what? Okay, I have a whole tech team of people who are some of the best online marketers in the country who would be working on your sales funnels. If you want results, we can get them for you. My business partner, Dave, has had over 10 years in IT, information technology, web design, SEO, like online marketing, building sales funnels, landing pages, Facebook ads, Google, like all that stuff. Like he has all that background. So it's so easy for me to go to a client and say, yeah, my tech team has this experience, and I know that it changes my posture. When you're standing in front of a client or you're on the phone, they can sense your posture and how confident you are. If you're weak or you're timid, if you hesitate when you're talking, that's all going to affect your ability to sell. And we're going to talk about mindset in a minute, and that's going to help you. When you get your mind in the right place, you can sell anything, okay? Anything. So let me go back into what we were talking about before. Okay. Second part we're going to talk about is mindset. This is huge. A lot of my talks so far since the beginning of the year beginning of Smart Lady Marketers, has been about mindset. If you can get your mind in the right place, you can sell anything, you can do anything. But a lot of us are held back by our past, okay? When you want to sell with confidence, first thing is you have to know why you're in business, okay? It can't be just to make money. That's a result. But if your why will be about something else. Maybe it's for your kids. You are in business because you want to be able to be home with them and not have to go to a job. And you want to have control over your future, your income, all that. Maybe that's your why. Maybe you're passionate because other people have been taken advantage of in the past, and you want to make sure that they're protected. Maybe it's for the small business owner who you see small businesses that are going out of business left and right because they don't know how to grow and they don't have enough customers. You have a solution for them, right? So I don't know if you're familiar with Simon Sinek, but he did a TED Talk on, I think it's called How Great Leaders Inspire Action. And he goes through this golden circle called why, how, and what. Most people, most entrepreneurs, when they sell something, they start with the what. We sell nuts and bolts and screwdrivers, whatever. How do we do it? We do it through an online store where you can buy nuts, bolts, screwdrivers. Why do we do it? Oh, because we want to make money. That's usually how it goes with entrepreneurs. But the most successful businesses, like Apple, like I don't know, other Nike, like businesses out there, is because they start with the why, not starting with the what. So let me show you this video. And I told you my cell phone number, 203-551-1840. So I'm going to start this video. And if you can't hear it, then please just text me. And we're only going to watch it for a few minutes, but it's called How Great Leaders Inspire Action by Simon Sinek. So let me start that now. Okay, so that's it for that. Did you guys hear that? Like, can somebody unmute and say, Lindsay, Angie? I'm gonna unmute you. Lindsay, I unmuted you. Could you hear that? Oh, no, I can't hear you. Okay. Something's up with your sound. Okay. Angie. Oh, she's got background noise in. Okay. I'm assuming you guys could hear it. Oh, somebody. Okay, here's chat. Okay. Oh my gosh, could not hear. Oh no. Okay. I am so sorry. Maybe I will have to go back and I'll splice it in, okay, to the video training because it was really, really good. So Simon Sinek, sorry you guys could not hear that, but I'll put it in on the replay, all right? Simon Sinek did this video on how great leaders inspire action and why people do what they do. And he starts with this golden circle, and I'll show you what this is, but it's super powerful. The clip I had you guys listen to was from about the 2-minute mark to the 7.5 minute mark in that video. It's on YouTube. It has 9 million views on it, so it's been around. It's easy to find. All right, so I'm gonna show you on PowerPoint what he was talking about with the 3 circles and some insight, I believe, that will help you with that. And I'm gonna come back to this slide because building confidence, one of the main things is knowing why you're doing what you're doing with business. Okay, well, if you can get clear on your why, then other things are going to fall into place. The how will fall into place when you know why and when you know what you want. Okay, the how will work itself out, and we'll talk about that more later. But what Simon Sinek is saying, when you have a company, all of you have a company. You're doing online marketing for small businesses across the country, right? You're helping small businesses get more customers so that they can grow and flourish, so they don't go out of business, right? What you're doing is super valuable and super important because it's going to have an impact on people. And there's definitely a market for what we do. Like, you can't market something if nobody wants it. And what we have, there are businesses, thousands and thousands of millions of businesses. There are 28 million small businesses in America alone. Like, you'll never run out of small businesses to talk to. Okay. What Simon Sinek is talking about with the why, how, and what is that most businesses go from the outside of the circle to the inside. They start with what? We sell nuts and bolts and, screwdrivers or whatever they sell. And they sell it through a store. And why? Because they want to make money. What great leaders do is they start with the why they do what they do. And then they work their way out, okay? The why is where your emotional brain is. It's your limbic system, okay? This is where you make decisions from. It's where you're led by emotion. I wrote some notes down that I just want to make sure that I tell you about, okay? So the why is responsible for all human behavior, but you don't have the capacity for language up in the limbic system where your why is. Okay, when we speak, to this part of the brain. It's what rationalizes your behavior. So the why and the how are part of the brain for the feelings, for trust, and for loyalty. And the what part is where there is rational thoughts. So people usually buy based on emotion, and they'll justify later with logic, like the what. Buy based on emotion, justify later with logic. Think about when you got excited about LMV. You saw a video probably by James about what LMV is all about. You get excited about it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, it's $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000, whatever it was that you paid. And later you justify it with logic. But the beginning, it's all based on emotion. Okay, so when people come to buy from me, and here's the problem, then when you get in the business, and then when you go to sell what we have, you're selling based on logic, but you're not going to reach your potential customer on logic. You're going to reach them based on emotion. Okay, so you want to speak, you want them to know what your why is for business. You want them to buy in. When they buy into your why, they're going to be more loyal, they're going to trust you more, and they're going to want to buy from you, because we know that people buy from those they know, like, and trust. Right? Okay. So people will buy from you based on your why. And the example he gave in the video was based on Apple. And you'll have to go back and watch it, but let me give you an example for why. Your why, if you say you're in business because you want to make money, that's not what it is. It's not about profit. It's about, because that's just a result. Your why is about your purpose. What is your cause? What is your belief about what you're doing? Okay. So for me, one of my biggest whys is to connect people with their purpose through entrepreneurship, to help people tap into their gifts and talents that they didn't even know that they had. So when they get to the end of their lives, they can look back and say, yeah, that was a life well lived. That has tremendous meaning to me. I'm going to come back. That's not what I want. Oh my gosh, I have not even been sharing my screen again this whole time. I'm so sorry. Okay, I gotta show you this why, how, and, oh good Lord. Okay, hold on. This golden circle is what Simon Sinek talks about, the why, how, and what. This in here, okay, this is where your emotions are. The why and the how are the part of the brain where it's responsible for feelings, for trust, for loyalty. Out here is the what. This is where you rationalize your behavior. So when people make a decision to buy, it's based on emotion in the center, and they justify later with logic. The problem with people when they first go into sales is that they're focusing out here on the what, the features and benefits of the products. That's great, but that's not what's going to get somebody over the edge. It's not going to be what gets them to buy. What gets them to buy is their why. Okay? People do not buy what you sell. They buy why you sell what you sell. I'm going to say it again. People, when they buy from you, when they buy leads from you, they buy, the agency management fee, they do a setup fee, and then ad spend, and all of these businesses you go to. They're not buying necessarily what you sell. There are lots of other marketers. You're going to go in front of these clients and try to sell something. You're going to sell them leads, and they're like, I already have all these other companies. Why should I buy from you? Like, they'll ask you that question. But if you're clear on your why and why you're doing what you're doing, then you will convert a lot more sales, because people will buy based on emotion and they justify later with logic. Okay. So this whole part about the why and the limbic part of your brain, that's where trust is. That's where your loyalty is. They'll be more loyal to you when you can come across with your why. So you want to start with your why, and people are not going to buy what you're selling. A lot of people sell what you sell. They're going to buy why you sell what you sell. Okay, I'll give you a couple examples. I'll give you an example of me and my partner, Dave. Okay, so for me, my passion, my why, and it can't be about money. It can be about what money will do for you, but it's not about the money, because money is just the result. The why, the passion, I want to help people tap into their gifts and talents so they can live a life well lived. They can get to the end of their lives and look back and say, yeah, that was a life well lived. Okay. When you live in your purpose, that is my purpose, is to help people find their purpose. And I can do this through entrepreneurship. I can do this through helping other small business owners get connected with other small business owners. I can help people in the vault. Okay. My passion is partnering up with people in L&B to help them get the sales with the other small businesses, which helps two things. It helps my L&B partners live what they want to live, help them live in their purpose. And it also helps them help their small business owners to sell more of the products. These small business owners are in business to sell something they love, right? It's probably a passion why they got into the business they did, but they're struggling with getting customers. You can help them get more customers, right? I can help you help them get more customers. And that is my why, is to helping connect people with their dreams. Okay. For Dave, his why, he's been doing information technology for 18 years. He's been doing sales and marketing for 28 years. His why is that 28 years ago, he didn't have anybody to help him figure this stuff out. He had to do it all on his own. When he was learning information technology, tech stuff, web design, SEO, all that stuff, he did that on his own to figure it out. He didn't have somebody like in the vault, an L&B training. He didn't have partners that he could partner with to teach him the ropes. So his why is that he's learned it all now, and he wants to be able to give back and to do it in prices that are really affordable for people. Okay. Our how and our what are both the same. So we want to give people a hand up, not a hand out. When you give somebody a handout, whatever you subsidize, you get more of. Like the government. Government subsidizes something, you just get more and more of it, right? If we give things away for free, people want more free things. You give things away for free, people are going to want more free things. But if you give them a helping hand and you're teaching them how to fish, not giving them the fish, they're going to end up doing a lot better. Okay. And they're going to feel better about themselves because they're doing it. So we're doing this, giving them a helping hand through online marketing solutions. And what's our what? Our what is a one-stop shop for business owners to be able to come to us for white label services so that they can go and serve their customers with good prices and they can charge whatever they want to charge, right? So that's our why, how, and what. So we didn't start with our what, we started with our why. And when we can connect people with our why, they're going to be more loyal. They're going to stay with us month after month after month. They'll keep coming back because they buy into our vision of helping connect entrepreneurs with their purpose. And that, I believe, is powerful. But that's just ours. Now you have to figure out yours. What is your why for being in business? Knowing, and what does this have to do with confidence? It has everything to do with confidence. Okay. Because if you know what your why is, you know why you're doing what you're doing, it's so much easier to get out of bed in the morning and to get on with your day and to go forward and to talk to people. And if you're doing the sales part, you're getting out there in front of clients because you're passionate about what you're doing. You're passionate about helping connect business owners with more customers so that they can stay in business, so that they can grow their business and reach, whatever their mission is, right? It's really, really cool, the stuff that we do. And you want to connect people with their vision. Well, I don't know. You've got to figure out what your why is. Okay. Let me go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. So the why, how, and what. Now, that's that. But you also have to look at what might be holding you back and why. Go back and watch the very first video training I did for Smart Lady Marketers. It's back when it was called Ladies of LMV. I talked about the conscious versus subconscious mind. When we are little, when we're less than 5 years old, we get constant input coming into our brain over and over again, this input, and it may or may not be true. Okay, I'm going to come back. What you hear in your first, especially your first year in life, is input that comes into your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and you have no control over it. And Lindsay, I know you've already heard this because we talked about it this morning. You can get it back on that first call, but go back and watch that. But you're getting all this input, you have no control over it, you just believe what you're being told. And you hear this by repetition over and over and over again till you're 5 years old, and then it gets set back into the recesses of your brain, and it's there for storage. And now that stuff impacts the whole rest of your life moving forward and all the decisions you make going forward. So it's really important, if you do not want to live in those habits anymore and that mindset and that damage that you got from your childhood, is that you have to start retraining your brain. and you're going to start focusing on what you want in life, not what you don't want. So we get whatever we focus on in life, good or bad. So focus on where you want to be, not where you don't want to be. So when I was going through cancer treatments for my throat, it was probably one of the most painful periods in my life, literally because of the radiation to my neck and my head. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't swallow my own saliva because it was too cut off and had blisters in my throat. It was just gross. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is to focus on what you want in life. So I focused on the health, the good health I wanted instead of the illness I didn't. This is really important that you can transfer this over to business. Focus on the results you want in business, not what you don't want. If you focus on your fears, you're going to get more things to be fearful of. If you focus on, I'm getting a little bit better every day, that will start to build your confidence. I'm getting better every day. So take some words out of your vocabulary, like struggling. I struggle in this, I struggle in that. I'm struggling to grow my business. I'm afraid to talk to people. I get too nervous. Like the more you focus on that negative stuff, the more you're going to focus on it when you're on a sales call, and you're going to attract more of that to you, and it's going to be harder and harder. And then you're going to start avoiding calls. You're going to start not connecting with people, and you're not going to get the income that you want to get because you're focused on the wrong things. So part of building your confidence is focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. And what we end up doing is it keeps us in our comfort zone. Okay, it may not be where we want to be, but it's where we're familiar, and we'll go back into our comfort zone, and we may not like it there, but we're comfortable there and we stay there. So we don't want to do that. Okay. So actually this call is ending up being a little bit longer than I thought. Okay. So you want to change your focus. When you are talking to prospects, you want to put the spotlight on them, not you. So if you're really nervous on a sales call, it could be that you're focusing too much on yourself and your own fears that you have. Okay. So you don't want to do that. You want to focus on the prospect. Look for a need or a problem they have that your business can solve. Okay. That's what you want to do. You want to focus on solving problems for them. If you're focused on them and asking them questions, it will put your mind at ease, and your confidence will build, because all you're doing is you're acting as a consultant and a mentor for them, and you're helping them out. Okay. You're there to solve problems for them. And as you're building your business, you want to know how you can get there the quickest. Okay. I'm not sure if I should talk about this now or on the next one. I'll just talk about it now. No. Yeah, I'll just talk about it now. Think about things you can do in building your business that will get you to your goal faster. If you want to do the whole thing, you want to do the sales side of things and you want to do the tech side of things, great, go for it. It's going to take you longer to get there. So I encourage you to focus on whatever you're strongest at and then partner up with somebody. It could be me and Dave, Dave and me. It could be somebody else in the vault. It could be somebody outside of LMB altogether. Whatever, you might just want to partner up with somebody and then share the revenue, and you'll get a lot more clients than if you just try to do everything on your own. And just knowing that you have a partner who fills in the gaps from where your skill sets lack, then you can go confidently to somebody knowing that together as a whole, you have everything that you need for your potential client. Okay. All right. The last thing would be habits. Okay. This is something, I'm just going to go over this pretty quickly so that we finish on time. And that is, you want to come up with a daily routine every single day. And I encourage you to start with personal development every single day. Okay. In the morning, your first hour after you wake up is the best time to learn. Your brain waves are still in, it's either delta or theta, I can't remember what it is, but your brain is most receptive to learning an hour to 2 hours right after you first wake up. You're kind of in that haze, from sleeping, and your brain is more receptive at that point to taking in new information. So that would be a great time to get into personal development. Okay. Yeah, let me just check this out real quick. Then you're going to want to do 2 IPAs, income producing activities, every single day. Preferably do them before noon. What's an income producing activity? This is making sales calls. This is closing clients. This is sharing the 6 circle close with people. This is actually doing things that event that you're doing is making you money. if you're out and about and you get to a coffee shop and you see a bulletin board that has business cards on it, and you collect those business cards, those cards, that's not an IPA, okay? That's called prospecting. You're out gathering prospect names. If you go to a networking event, that is also prospecting. That is not an income producing activity, because just having that initial conversation with somebody, that's small talk, that doesn't count. But I do encourage you to go to networking events and follow up with people. So when you follow up with people a day or two after the event and you're talking about business with them, yeah, that's absolutely an income producing activity. All right, personal development. Spend time every day. I touched on this earlier. Every day doing personal development, like I said, in the first hour or two after you wake up, read something, watch a video, listen to something, do things that will help you sharpen your skills. Listen to Tony Robbins, or I'll write down, I'll put down a couple of them right now, okay? Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins. She wrote the 5-second rule. I don't think she's related at all to Tony Robbins. Evan Carmichael is huge. He has on his YouTube channel interviews that he does with famous people and successful people all over the world. And he also has these things called the top 10 list. And he'll go to somebody like Tony Robbins or Will Smith, or like he goes to celebrities, he goes to business leaders, he goes to political leaders, I think, around the world, like, and takes what they put out as their social media, as their videos and their content, and takes top 10 tips that he gets from them on personal development and getting people to believe in themselves so they can go after their dreams. The reason I like Evan Carmichael so much is that he highlights so many different people that you'll be able to go to his YouTube channel, find an interview he's done, and then start following that person. I mean, I found like 5 people. Oh, Tom Bilyeu is another one. He's done great interviews. I'm not huge on his own content that he puts out, like the speaking that he personally does, but he's had really exceptional interviews with people and successful people and how, like, their journey. How did they get to where they got to go? Okay. Another one for brain retraining is John Assaraf. He has a company called myneurogym.com. And he does brain exercises. So we do exercises for our body with running and swimming and hiking, whatever. He has brain exercises called exercises for inside your head. And I did some brain retraining with him, and he had a program called Winning the Game of Money. And it was how to get past poverty mindset and money issues that we have that go back to our childhood. And lots of times when we can't make money, it's a deserve issue. We feel like we don't deserve it and that we don't have enough value that we feel worthy of the money, okay? And that's a topic for another time. There's some other talks I've done for this group that you can learn more about that, okay? And family time. You want to be in the habit of good family time. If you have kids, family, husband, then spend time with them, fiance, or if you don't have a family, just make sure you take time for yourself to go have some fun once in a while. Do things to reconnect with your friends so that you don't leave them by the wayside, okay? So that's that. And I'm going to stop my screen share. So, okay. Hey, Lindsay, it's just you and me right now. But it's totally okay. I know a lot of people will get their replay, and that I know this content is valuable, so the right people are going to hook up with it. So, Lindsay, do you have any questions? You stopped your video. I'm going to unmute you, but I don't know if you have noise in the background.
Sorry. Hang on. Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can totally hear you.
Sorry, I was kind of in and out watching, just taking care of my son and watching. But I don't have any questions right now. I do want to watch the video again, though, because I missed some of it. I'm not sure if the part where you showed the video of the guy, whatever he was doing on the whiteboard, yeah. I couldn't hear that part. Like, I don't know if that...
Somebody else said that too. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to splice it in.
Okay.
And then that way, I think if I can do it I'm on the wrong computer for doing it, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. Who was that guy?
Simon Sinek.
Okay.
He,
Cool.
He's written a book called Start With Why, but
Uh-huh.
a great video, and I'll post it real quick. I'll share my screen again. So put it under personal development. Okay. Simon Sinek. How great leaders. Hi, baby.
It's nap time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll let you go. You can do that. But Simon Sinek, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. It's on YouTube. It's an 18-minute video. He did a TED.
Okay.
So I don't know. Are you familiar with TED Talks?
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. There's so many great ones out there that you can learn for building confidence and belief and all that stuff.
Okay. Are you gonna post that slideshow so that we can have those for notes?
Yeah, actually, on the recording, it will be part of the recording.
Okay, sweet.
Everything that you saw, like even your name flashing on the screen right now, is going to show up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Be on the video. Great.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So,
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you. Uh-huh.
All right, everybody. So this is the end of today's call. We'll post the recording as soon as I can get it up, and I'll try and splice that video in with Simon Sinek. If not, if I can't get it in, then go to YouTube and watch it. Simon Sinek, How Great Leaders Inspire Action, 18-minute video. It's super powerful, and it may help give you some good nuggets that you need to build your business in the way you want to. Okay, so always work on yourself every single day. Make your car a mobile university. Believe in yourself. When you feel like you're nervous about talking to somebody, you might have a money issue. Like you don't feel worthy of earning the money. You don't feel like you deserve it. You don't think you have value. And that can go back to your childhood. So something that's very important then would be, if you think that might sound like you a little bit, go back and watch 2 of the trainings I did. The very first one was on the conscious versus subconscious mind. And then I think around call 6, 7, or 8, I did one on poverty mindset. So take a look at that video because you might pick up some things in there. So that is it for today. If you have questions or comments, please post them in the group. Invite other women to our group. We'd love to have them. Let me know. You can send me a personal message or post something in our group about upcoming calls, which you'd want to talk about. And we'll see what we can do about getting those topics on the board. All right. And if you want to speak or know somebody who would like to speak on one of these calls on a special topic, that'd be great. I believe next week we're going to have Karen King. She's from Australia, and we're going to do a nighttime call. And she's going to talk about cold email marketing and how to reach people through people you don't know through email marketing. Okay. So that's it for today. Have a super fantastic, awesome day, and we'll see you soon.